Hey guys, welcome back to my third pruning video of this little series that I'm doing right now. Today I'm going to tackle this climbing rose. This is the Eden climbing rose. A lot of people have said they think it's the white Eden, although I thought I bought the pink one, so I'm not exactly sure. I've kind of seen pictures of the white and the pink, and sometimes it's hard for me to tell. But anyway, it's an Eden climbing rose. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Last summer we came and built in this wire trellis. I'll show it to you close up in a minute, and I'm just working on training it over there. So I'm going to go ahead and prune it now that it's late winter, early spring, defoliate it, and show you what I do for it. So let me turn the camera around. So I feel like it already has a pretty great framework, and you'll be able to see that a little more as I get all the leaves off and a lot of these spindly and outward branches. I do have my gas meter here that you can't see when these roses that I pruned get bigger, but I'm working around that, and I'm going to try to keep it away from that as much as I can. But I definitely I mean, we have those things in our yard, but this rose is really beautiful. As you can see, it's already starting to leaf out a little bit, so it's good that I'm getting onto this, because if I wait too long and these are all leafed out, it's going to be really hard to get all this old leafage off of here, and so I want to make sure that I do that. So anytime with a climbing rose, you want to make sure that they're going horizontally. So any of those lateral shoots or vertical shoots that come up, that's where you're going to get your bloom. So the more it's this way, the more you'll have blooms coming off along the whole thing, and I'll show that to you guys as we get down to it. So you can see that this is a good example, is crossed here. So anywhere you see this, you're going to have this be a branch up that will bloom, branch up that will bloom, branch up that will bloom. And so if you have one that you have had from previous years, you're going to cut and leave about 2 to 3 inches. So every time there's a lateral branch that's longer, you are going to cut 2 inches. Now with this one, I have intended to use this one as like a main cane. And so I'm going to keep this one and have it growing up and kind of reach that top wire trellis right here. So I will not cut this one. So I will have this one grow here because I want it to have more lateral shoots up top. And I've already got a good group of canes going this direction. So after I prune this, it's gonna look pretty bare and sparse, but your rose is really gonna thank you for it. You're gonna get more blooms, it's gonna be happy, it's gonna be a little more airy and have more light, which will help prevent a lot of diseases and everything. So it's really nice to come in and do this. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna start by cutting off anything that's outward facing. So I'll cut this off here because this is outward facing. And then I kind of went through in the fall and cut back some of these, as you can see down here, that were pointing outward. I'll probably come and trim them up a little closer to the main cane, but I'll take out this one and anything else that's coming out this direction towards me. So I'll probably take this one out as well. So I'll work on that, and then we'll get in a little closer and I'll show you more of the fine-tuned cuts. So let's start with that. So I've got some really nice gloves here. These are so nice. I'll probably get another pair because they've gotten kind of dirty, but I don't feel any thorns on here. I just got them on Amazon. And then I've got my Felco pruners here. These loppers, and then these Felco sticks. Alcohol if I'm switching different roses because I don't want to spread disease. And I will be pruning another one after this, but I won't be showing that on video. And then I'm going to do my fertilizer treatment that we'll talk about when we're done pruning. So now I have most of the leaves out there. It's a little easier to see, and I'm going to be able to show you guys close up. There's a few I missed, but I'll come back and get them. But you want these main canes coming up here, and then I'm having them arch over here. I've got quite a bit going on right here though. So I need to decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to get rid of. So by looking at this. This is a really nice long one, but as you can see, it kind of comes out forward. And so I think I am going to get rid of this one. And I might even just carry it on through here and get rid of this one too. So I'm going to get rid of these two, this one here and this one here, and we'll just let this cane continue this way. And then right here I have these double ones coming off, I think, which is fine. I'm definitely going to cut this off, and then I'll cut this dead branch off here for sure to the base. So maybe I'll cut this and this one, because this one comes out up here a little more forward, and this one I'm already training this way, so yeah, that'll be a good one to keep. So let's get rid of those real quick. The light's a little harsh right now, but I'm going to cut this one, and it's tied in, so it won't come off this, but I'll train a different one up there. And then I'm going to let this one continue, and this one actually has a couple that I can train up that I need to straighten out. So I'm going to cut this one too. And I'll go get my tape because I need more to tie these other ones in. And then I am going to get rid of this one that's going more forward here. Hopefully you can see that. It's really just coming out. And there I have another one right here that's great, but see this dead branch right here? Hopefully you can see that. The tip of it is pretty black. I am going to cut that just off right there. And so then I'm going to cut this one here. And then I'm going to cut this dead one off here. It's brown. Okay, that will be so much better. I'm going to cut this small spindly thing here. This is a lateral, but it will cross this. So I'm just going to cut it all the way to the stem. And then this one doesn't look so hot on the end, and I don't really need it, so I'm going to cut that off. And then there's this big dead one here that you can see. I'm going to cut it all the way to the base here, and I'll do that with my other pruners. So I've got this branch coming this way, so it comes down here and comes up. It has a dead part on here, but then part of it branches out here, which I'm going to train that way, which I think is great actually. And then I was going to train this one this way. It kind of comes up here and out this way, which is great, but you can see that it's crossing this other one here. So I've got one, hope I can see that, here and here that's going to rub, and I think I'll keep this one. Yeah. So I'm going to cut this whole stem off. It comes down here to this, and I'll just let it continue to grow this way. So I'm going to cut this off because this has a little dead piece here. Cut that off here. And then I'm going to cut it off here. I have this coming up. That's going to be my lateral where I'm going to get my bloom, and you want to cut it up a couple inches. So I'm going to cut it right here. So I cut it right here, just right above this bud. And then anytime you have this horizontal one, so this is a newer one, so it doesn't have any from last year, but this right here, this little bud is going to be a new lateral. This is going to be a new lateral. This is going to be a new lateral. So next spring when I come in, I'll cut all these, 2 inches here, 2 inches here, 2 inches here. And that's where you're going to get all your blooms from these laterals. So this I'll probably train here around the house somehow. At some point, that one's getting taller. This one I was going to train, but you can see it's dead. So I am going to come back and see where this one goes. It goes to here, and honestly, I'm just going to cut 2 inches above this main cane, and that will give me a lateral, and then I'll try to figure out what to do with it next year. Same thing with this. I'm going to cut this down to a lateral as well, just above where it's swelling, and it's kind of swelling right here. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to cut it here. And then this one I'll also cut a couple inches above, which is back here, because that one's dead. I was going to let that kind of grow, but I'm not now since it's got some dead ends on it. This is typically a lateral, but I'm gonna let this lateral grow into like a main cane and train it this way. So I'm gonna try to tie it to that top one. I don't know if I can. I'll probably just leave it, honestly, because it's not quite tall enough to reach to this, and that's totally fine. But I am gonna get new ties and tie these new ones, and then I'll have laterals coming off all these canes. So anywhere there's a bud and they're sideways, so this is gonna come up, this is gonna come up, and this is gonna come up and give me all those nice blooms. This one I cut off, so I'll keep training these other ones. And honestly, I might cut this one off since it's rubbing on this one. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. So now I have some of these other new ones. I'm just gonna start training it a little differently, and then I can let this one go over here too. So let's cut that one off. It's kind of a big cut, but I think it will be better to where it's not rubbing against this other one. So let me get these ones with the green ties off so we can see a little bit better. Okay, so now we have these. So this one I'm gonna train here, and these ones along here separated, so I'll have a nice amount going this way. And once I tie them, you'll be able to see them better, but they're all kind of loose now, and this one I'll tie back here. So I'm just gonna train those against the wall separately so none are crossing. Another issue I can see right here actually with this one is it is against this one, so I do not want that the more I learned. And this one is really outward facing, and I was worried about this one coming forward too here, so I'm honestly just gonna cut this whole front branch off here. So let me get my pruners, and I think that will be better just to have that one cut. Sad to see that go, but I think that's better. And then I've got this one coming out really straightforward, so I am going to see where this one attaches. And it's actually a really nice one. I feel like I could get it to go back behind, so I'm going to cut this off so I can see a little better. Keep that because I am going to get rid of this one here because it's got some dye back here, and this one has some dye back here, so I am going to cut those back. So I will want to leave this one because otherwise it looks pretty healthy, and this one's going to be rubbing anyway, so we'll cut those back with our big lopper. All of those, make sure you get them all out of the bottom. This is going forward, I'm going to cut it. This is going forward. This is going forward. I'm going to tuck under here carefully because it's still pretty flexible. And I'm going to bring it up here, and then that way it's not crossing this other one. And I'm going to tie it here and train this, I don't know, some direction at some point. And then this one, I'm going to leave too. And I'll tie it to here and just train it here and kind of push that back a little bit. I think that will be great. Okay, it's looking kind of bare. It's hard for me to film that. Maybe I'll be better at this next time I do it, but it's really bare and nice. I like it. I kind of moved things around a little bit and got rid of some branches that were crossing, which I think is really important. If I did this again, I probably wouldn't put these branches behind my trellis here. And honestly, they're probably strong enough to do fine without this now. Maybe I'll cut it out next year, but I think I would do it in front and tie them because it does rub in some spots. So I'm going to try to be careful about that, but I'm going to tie up all these canes where I think I need them. This one that's coming out a little bit more, I'm going to try to tie it a little closer and train it that way. And then these ones, see, this one doesn't even have a support and I've got it training, so I'm hoping eventually I can get rid of this trellis, but I'm gonna find out which direction these go best. And as you can see, off of all of these canes, I'm gonna have these lateral shoots with blossoms on them, with roses on them. It's gonna be so pretty. So I'm gonna tie these to this wire trellis, and I'm gonna tie this one back and train it, and then this one I'm gonna start training as well. And then this one eventually, see, this is a lateral, but I am going to eventually train it this way. So we're going to tie all those and then we'll take a look. got everything all tied where I want it. I do like this tape because it's pretty loose, so I can adjust it. And really it's just kind of on there and there's room for everything to grow. For these thicker parts, I like the Velcro, and that's holding that on there nicely. And on here, because I'm trying to train this one a little closer to the house. So everything looks pretty good. Still kind of new to it, but I feel like next year I'm going to have a lot more lateral growth and I'm going to be able to cut back. And I'm excited to see what this rose does for us this year. So right now I'm going to come in and do my fertilizer and my compost. This Nutra mulch, I think now that I've looked at it more, it's more of a compost mulch. I think I am going to go to Home Depot and get their steer manure and just add that too. This will be fine too. It has some turkey manure in it, but it should be great. But I do like that steer manure quite a bit from Home Depot. So I'll probably grab a couple bags and just also put that on top. But this is what I'm doing for the compost right now. And then this is the fertilizer mix from Van Windens that Janie from Dig Plat Water and Repeat talked about. And I really like this mix. If you don't want to do this whole mix, you can just use rose tone. About a half a cup to a cup of that per rose shrub. But I do 2 tablespoons of this, half a cup of this, and then a cup of the alfalfa meal. And I just got all these on Amazon, so they're pretty easy to find, and you can find some in garden centers as well. So I'm going to apply that now, and then I'll do the compost, and then we'll be all done for now. Okay, that's it for now. I got the mulch in. This is a lighter kind of mulch. We're gonna come in here this spring and re-compost / mulch our entire yard. So this doesn't match right now with the black. I do like the black a little bit better, but it's good for now. And the rose looks really nice and cleaned up and fresh and ready to rebloom. Those buds are just starting to grow now. It's starting to warm up here in our gardening zone 7A. Hopefully this was helpful. Sometimes it's hard recording by myself to like get in there and show you like the nitty and gritty and have a good angle, but hopefully that made sense, and we'll see how this blooms. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.